Cosmos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. Smacked to the left.
That is gone!
Blanco Perez, that's my play. Off the backboard, counting, and a win! And a win! Brian Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts! And why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. We are back for the second leg of our doubleheader. We had an 8-3 victory for Corpus Christi Ray over Corpus Christi King in the first game, which had the first pitch thrown out around noon. And now for this one, we're going to have a non-district matchup between Laredo United and the hosting Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles getting going here. Momentarily, we're going to have the starting lineups for you guys here in a bit. But I just want to welcome you guys in. I'm Mark Molina. We are here at Cabaniss Field. Make sure to go follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube to find this game and much more live. You can also follow us on Instagram, and you can also go find us on realsportslive.com. So if you're watching this game right now, give it a like, give it a share, and tell your friends about it. And pass it around and let everybody know that you're watching and this game is here. If they do not know about us, let them know. And we have a few Laredo fans out here, a few which came up to us and asked us where the game would be streamed. So make sure you guys go out there and share this link with everybody. Starting lineups coming out pretty soon. As we're going to have the introduction. I guess we're not going to have any pregame introductions. We're just going to get on the field and go, it looks like. And we're going to have the national anthem first, and then we're going to, I guess, get the first pitch in. So we're going to give you the national anthem, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. And first pitch coming up after this. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back in a bit.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the top of the first inning, and leading off for the Laredo United Longhorns in the top of the first is going to be second baseman Ricardo Colon, number 15, followed by number 7, Jessid Garza, shortstop. And in the third spot is going to be Danny Villanueva, the designated hitter, number 2. And the rest of the lineup, batting 4th, Josh Lynn, the center fielder. Batting 5th, Eden Ramos, the left fielder. Batting 6th, Alejandro Castillo at third base. Batting 7th, Matt Rangel, the catcher. Batting 8th, Javier Ramirez at first base. And batting 9th, Enrique Martinez. And they're going to be taking on the mound, Jake Martinez. So here's Ricardo Colon. And this first pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this one's going to be popped up for fly out, and out number 1. And I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. The pitcher is actually going to be number 9, Ryan Rodriguez. I read the lineup wrong here, so. So one out here, and coming to the plate next is going to be number 7, Jessid Garza. And here's the pitch in this one. Going to be a hit by pitch. And the runner's going to get on base.
Designated hitter number 2, Danny Villanueva.
So here comes Danny Villanueva now with a runner on first and 1 out. So 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. And this pitch is going to be fouled off for strike number 1. So the count 0-1 now with the runner on first. 1 out. And this one, that high outside corner for strike number 2. Is that one delivered in there by Rodriguez? So the 1-2 pitch on its way. And this one going to be smacked into center field, and it's going to be a fly out for out number 2. So 2 down. And here comes Josh Lynn for Laredo United with 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And this pitch comes in high and hits that outside corner for strike number 1. And here's a throw over to first. Now one gets by. And the runner's going to move over to second. And the throw just gets by. It looks like the first baseman just couldn't handle the throw there, but runner on second now. 0-1 to count. And swing and a miss for strike number 2. And the count now 0-2 for Lynn. And down goes Lynn swinging. For out number 3. So no runs, no hits. There was no errors, and there was one left on base for Laredo United at the top of the first inning. That last pitch.
Rodriguez, pitch count 11 pitches.
And the count here 0-2, and Rodriguez just settles in. And he's going to deliver nicely here. This one's a little low there, but he comes in for that third strike. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. Up to bat in the bottom of the first, the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live after this.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first inning. Due up here for Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial on the bottom of the first. Carter centerfield, Nick Reyes, and Dalen Pena. Centerfield playing first. Centerfield playing center field. Reyes playing right field, and Pena playing at first base. And they're going to be facing United pitcher Emilio Leal on the mound here as we get things going. No runs come across, and no hits, and no errors, and one left on base for Laredo United in the top of the first inning. So here comes Veterans Memorial and Carter centerfield to get things going.
Leading up for Veterans Memorial, center fielder number 3, Carter Centerfield.
So here's the first pitch by Leal, coming in low and outside, and that's going to be ball number 1. So the count 1-0 now. And this pitch into the turf. And the count moves to 2 balls, no strikes. And a 3-0 start here. And here's the next pitch, and this one going to come in low. And 4 straight balls delivered by Leal as centerfield's going to take a base on balls for a leadoff walk. So runner at first on now for Nick Reyes coming to the plate. I want to welcome everybody who's watching here at Cabaniss Field for the second half of this doubleheader. And the next pitch in, another ball from Leal. So count 1-0 here. And Leal throws over to first, and that one not in time. As Centerfield gets back on first base there. And this pitch comes in right down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. And there's another throw out to first. As Leal keeping an eye on Centerfield. And here's this pitch on that high outside corner for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a throw over to first base. Once again, as Leal has now thrown over there at least 3 times now. That's Centerfield taking a sizable lead off first. And here's the pitch, and this one's going to be fouled off. And the count going to stay here at 1-2. And this pitch is going to be fouled off. And it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another throw over to first. And this one's going to fall, and it's going to be a base hit and rounding the bases. And this one's going to go in to the outfield. And it's going to be an RBI triple, and Centerfield's going to come in.
First baseman number 13, Dalen Pena.
Now let's check out that hit. And just smacked into left field. And there's a hopper there as the left fielder tried to get under it, but to no avail. As Carter Centerfield comes around, and he's going to come in. It's a 1-0 lead here, and Dalen Pena coming to the plate now. With nobody out, a runner on third now. And the count now at 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes here. So the count now 3-1. So here's the next pitch from Leal. This one comes in low and outside, and that's going to be another walk here. Espinal is going to take his base, so 2 walks and an RBI triple allowed here by Leal.
Number 7, Xavier Pettis.
And here comes Xavier Pettis. And we're going to have a little meeting out on the mound here as Leal has come out struggling as runners at the corner. Now it's a 1-0 lead for the Eagles. And nobody out here. So this pitch is low and outside, and it's going to be ball number 1. For Xavier Pettis. And there's another throw over to first. So the count here at 1-0. Here's Leal, and the pitch is delivered, coming in high, and that's going to be ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runners at first and third. And nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. And here's a throw over to first once again, and United really keeping an eye over at first base. And once again, they go over to first, and nothing there. And 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch, and this one going to get fouled off, and it's going to be a even count at 2-2. And this pitch gets by, and a runner's going to come in on a pass ball. And it's now a 2-0 game here. So the run comes in on the pass ball. Runner moves over to second base. And it's an even 2-2 count with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And Leal throws this one away, and another runner going to come around over to third. And a really, really rough start here for Laredo United in the bottom of the first. And they've been really keeping an eye trying to hold these runners on base, but it looks like we're going to have another mound meeting. And I feel this might do it here for Leal. And we'll see if the coach is going to stick with them. And it looks like they will stay with them. So Laredo United coming in here 8-1, 3-1 in district. Meanwhile, it's 15-4-1 for Veterans Memorial and 5-1 in district. So a couple of really solid teams going at it right here. But right now it's a full count, 3-2 with a runner at third. 2 runs have come in, and a really, really rough start here for Laredo United and Emilio Leal. And that ball comes in low into turf, and that's going to be a walk. So it's going to put runners at the corners. And here comes Jake Robbie. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And Robbie's going to get a piece of this one. He's going to foul it off behind him. Still no outs here in this bottom of the first inning. And that's going to come in for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And it's going to be strike number 3, and down goes Robbie for out number 1.
Third baseman number 5, Tanner Johnson.
So here goes Tanner Johnson now. Coming to the plate, 1 out, runners on first and third. So this pitch comes in, and it's 1-0 here. And this pitch comes in right down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here, runners at the corner. And the bottom of the first, in which the Veterans Memorial Eagles have already brought in a couple of runs, and there's another throw over to first base. And Johnson pops this one up foul, and it's going to go out of play, and it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And this pitch comes in for a ball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a runner now over at second, so runners at second and third now. And this ball comes in outside and low for ball number 3. So full count now. Here's the 3-2 pitch coming for Leal. And this one's in, and this one's going to roll foul. And the count's going to remain full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Johnson's going to pop this one up. And it's going to come down foul. And the count's going to remain 3-2. And this first inning continuing to drag on a bit. And Johnson hits this one over to the pitcher, and there's going to be a rundown between third and home. And the runner is going to be called. Well, there's no official word yet. So it looks like another run's going to come in. We'll see that rundown here. And it just goes to the pitcher and he throws over, and it's like they just throw the ball there, and it looks like that's going to bring the runner in. So it's a 3-0 lead now. And coming to the plate is going to be Jake Martinez. Well, 1 out and 2 on. Runners at first and second base now. After Johnson reached on a fielder's choice. And this pitch hit over to the second baseman. We're going to get a force out at second. For out number 2.
Designated hitter number 29, Ben Royo.
So here comes Ben Royo. with the runners at the corners, 2 outs here.
Correction number 24.
So that pitch comes in for ball number 1. And this one comes in low for another ball. And runners move over at second and third, and Leal not finding a rhythm just yet as he struggled here. Has only allowed 1 hit, but 3 runners have come in. He's walked 3. And he's had an error as he threw over to second to try to pick off a batter and got away from the second baseman. And this pitch comes in for a strike, so 2-1 now. And this one hit directly to the shortstop for out number 3. And the first inning comes to an end. A long one. So 3 runs come in on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was 2 left on base.
3 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base.
So we are through 1. We're headed to the top of the 2nd inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 2nd inning, and leading off for Laredo United is going to be Eden Ramos. And this pitch comes in high and inside for strike number 1. And swing and a miss here for strike number 2. So the count 0-2 for Ryan Rodriguez, taking on Eden Ramos at the plate for Laredo United. And this pitch comes in low, and that's going to be ball number 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the count now at 2-2. And this one gonna get fouled off here by Ramos. And the count's gonna stay even at 2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. And this one comes in low and inside, and that's going to be ball number 3. So full count now. And swing and a miss, and down goes Ramos for strike number 3.
Third baseman number 12, Alejandro Castillo.
And here comes the third baseman, Alejandro Castillo. 1 out, nobody on here. In the top of the second inning. Excuse me, we have not changed the inning number. So top of the second here, 1 out. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And this pitch gets that high outside corner for strike 1. And this one's going to fall fair. And here comes Castillo, and that's going to be a single. And Laredo United going to put a runner on.
Catcher number 4, Matt Rangel.
And here comes Matt Rangel, following an Alejandro Castillo single. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 1. And this pitch comes in low. So 1-1 to count now. One's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. And this pitch comes in on that high outside corner once again, and it's strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And this one hit right to the second baseman. There's the throw. Nearly gets him, but he gets away. And the runner's going to slide into second.
First baseman number 20, Javier Ramirez.
And here comes Javier Ramirez. So runner on second, 2 out. And this pitch comes in way outside, and runner going to come over to third now. And after that pass ball, it's going to be a runner in scoring position for Laredo United. And this pitch comes in inside for ball number 2. And swing and a miss there for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now with a runner at third. And swing and another miss for Javier Ramirez. Going to even the count up at 2 now. And deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Rodriguez. This one comes in low. And it's going to be a hit by pitch and a free base.
Number 14, Enrique Martinez.
And here comes Enrique Martinez. With the runners at the corner now. And there's the throw over to first. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Well, actually 1 ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners. And this pitch going to be fouled off. And the count even at 1 now. And this pitch going to get fouled off once again. And Rodriguez, the pitcher, ahead of the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch coming in low and outside. Getting even the count up at 2 now. 2s across the board once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this pitch comes in low and outside and another ball. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And this ball comes in low and inside. And that walk's going to load the bases.
Second baseman number 15, Ricardo Colon.
And here comes Ricardo Colon. With the bases loaded, 2 outs. And this pitch comes in low and outside. And the throw over to first. And the runner's going to score for Laredo United. And the lead now cut to 3-1. And runners now at the corner. And the 1-0 count here to Colon. And this pitch comes in low and inside. And another pitch into the turf. So 2-0 the count. And it's going to be strike number 1. So the count 3-1, 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch, and this one's going to be outside for yet another walk.
Shortstop number 7, Garza.
And here's Garza. And we're going to have a mound meeting as 6 batters have been faced here in this one. And there's been a hit by pitch, 2 walks, a runner coming in on a pass ball, and a runner coming in on a runner put on base, and there's a runner moving over on an error. So a couple of miscues, 3 errors here by the Eagles here in the top of the 2nd inning. And it's just been a rough going here in the last half innings for both these pitchers. As this pitch comes in high and outside. For ball number 1. And another ball. This one comes in low and outside. And the count's at 2-0. And this one comes in low, but that one hits the strike zone for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And this one's going to be fouled off, count even at 2. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 3. And swing and a miss, and that's going to bring the inning to an end finally here. 1 run comes in for Laredo United.
Scored 1 run on 1 hit. There were 2 errors, 3 runners left on base.
So 1 run on 1 hit. There was a couple of errors and 3 runners left on base.
Rodriguez has 47 pitches.
In the top of the 2nd inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. We're headed to the bottom of the 2nd.
We saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the second. We are about an hour through here this game, and we are barely getting into the bottom of the second. And we got a new pitcher in here, and it's Antonio Sanchez. As Emilio Leal allowed 3 hits, 1 hit and 3 runs in the bottom of the first as he walked 3 batters and never quite found a rhythm. But in here, here's Sanchez, 1-1 here after delivering this pitch high and outside. And we're going to have a fly out here for out number 1. So 1 away. And we're going to flip over to the top of the lineup. And Carter Centerfield coming to the plate. He was walked the last time up. So 1 out here. And this pitch comes in high and outside for strike number 1. And here's the next pitch from Sanchez, and he's going to hit that outside corner once again for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Centerfield's going to put this one in play. Third baseman going to come up to get it. There's the bouncing throw to first for out number 1. Out number 2, excuse me. So 2 down. And here comes Nick Reyes. 1 for 1, an RBI triple to bring in Centerfield in the bottom of the first, and here he is once again. Let's see what he can do facing Sanchez. And swing and a miss for strike number 1. Sanchez outside, a little too outside there. Saw the curve starting to come in, but 1-1 now. And swing and a miss, and that's strike number 3 here for Reyes. And Reyes gets a piece of this one, and it falls in between 3 orange jerseys, and here comes Reyes. Center, right, and the second baseman all convening on that ball. Just couldn't find it in the sun, it looks. And it's popped up, as you see here. The second baseman kind of calls for it, and it just falls there in between all 3. So a runner on now. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this pitch curves outside for ball number 1. And this one's going to be popped up. And it's going to go, and it's going to be a ground rule double for an RBI.
The left fielder number 7, Xavier Bettis.
And we're going to see this. And Pena just gets a big piece of that one, and it bounces over the fence, so that's going to be a ground rule double and an RBI as Reyes comes in. And it's a 4-1 lead, and here comes Bettis, and this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. And the pitch over to second base, not in time. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2. So the count at 0-2. And here's a pitch, and this one goes outside, gets away from the catcher for ball number 1, and the runner is going to move over to third now. And swing and a miss, and down goes Pettis to end the inning. So 1 run comes across on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 run left on base here in the bottom of the second. We are through 2, and we're headed to the top of the third. Due up is going to be Villanueva, Lynn, and Ramos. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
See the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off is going to be Danny Villanueva for Laredo United in the top of the 3rd inning. And it's a 4-1 Veterans Memorial lead. Another runner comes in the bottom of the 2nd via an RBI double by Daylan Pena. And this one's going to pop up in the infield, and there's the throw over to first, and it's not made. And another error, and someone's coming over to second base, and that someone's Villanueva. And just a careless throw there. And here comes Lynn. And just should have been a routine toss there. Just kind of thrown hastily into the turf. And this is going to be strike number 1. See here, just turns around and just rifles it in there from in close. And this pitch low and inside for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count now. And swing and a miss, and down goes Lynn for out number 1.
Left fielder number 11, Eden Ramos.
And here comes Eden Ramos. That was the 4th recorded strikeout for Ryan Rodriguez on the mound for Veterans Memorial. And this pitch put in play over to the shortstop, and here's the throw, and it's made for out number 2. And United's going to bring in a runner on an error. And it's going to make it a 4-2 game. And that's 5 errors on the day for the Veterans Memorial Eagles. 5, 2 in this inning now. And this is just, for lack of a better word, just a rough game for these defenses. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And this one going to be put in play, and it's going to be a single for Castillo.
Catcher number
And here comes Rangel, the runner on first now. And this pitch comes in outside, and there's a throw. And that throw a little low. Had the first baseman not gone to his knees down, might have bounced past him. Here's a pitch, and Rangel is going to pop it up. And the center fielder going to get under it for out number 3. So 1 run comes in.
1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors. 1 runner left on base.
So 1 run, no hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base in the top of the 3rd inning. And we are headed to the bottom. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
The elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Due up for Veterans Memorial is 5'6'7" Robbie Johnson and Martinez. Rather, J. Robbie, Tanner Johnson, and Jake Martinez. Due up for Veterans Memorial is coming up to face Antonio Sanchez, who gave up a run, 2 hits, and there was a runner stranded in the bottom of the 2nd. So here we go to lead things off. And here we go back, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie gonna lead things off for
the Eagle shortstop number 2, Jake Robbie.
So Robbie 0 for 1 with a strikeout this afternoon. And Robbie's going to foul this one off for strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 2. So count 2-1 now. And swing and a miss there for Robbie. It evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Robbie goes down swinging for out number 1.
Third baseman number 5, Tanner Johnson.
And here comes Tanner Johnson. Reached on a fielder's choice last time. And this pitch comes in low and inside. For ball number 1. And this pitch inside once again for ball 2. And this one gets fouled off. And Johnson gets a piece of that one, fouls it off again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the next pitch, and this one comes in high and outside. And the count moves to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this pitch comes in low, and it's going to be a walk.
Second baseman number 1, Jake Martinez.
So up comes Jake Martinez. Reached on a fielder's choice last time and leading to a force out. That pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And here's the pitch, and this one's going to get fouled off. For strike number 1. And this one is going to go foul. So the count at 0-2. And this one hit right up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. And it's going to be an RBI single. And in comes Johnson.
Designated hitter, number 24, Ben Royo.
So another run scores, and let's look at that. And that one just smacked right up the center, and in comes Johnson past home plate. So it's now 5-2. The runner on first, and here comes Ben Royal. And swing and miss, and there's a throw over to second, and that's going to get by. And no balls, one strike. And this pitch coming into that outside corner for ball number 2. I mean, strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one coming in low. That's going to be ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And this pitch low and way outside evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on and 1 out. And this pitch is going to be fouled off here by Arroyo. Three balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch from Sanchez, and this one put into play, grounded over there to the shortstop. And that's going to be out number 2 on the force out at third.
Catcher number 6, Alejandro Castillo.
So run at first, 2 out. And coming up to the plate is going to be Alejandro Guerrero. And there's the throw over at first. So count on 1. And another throw over to first. And swing and a miss there, and that's going to be strike number 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Sanchez, way outside. 4 ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a run, 2 outs and a runner on first. And this one gonna be popped up, and it's gonna be a fly out for out number 3.
For the Eagles in the third, they scored 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 runner left on base.
So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. In the bottom of the third, we are through 3, and we are headed to the top of the 4th inning. Ladies and gentlemen, and due up next for Laredo is going to be Ramirez, Martinez, and the top of the lineup with Colon. So 8-9-1 due up for the Longhorns. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Here we are at the top of the 4th inning.
The right fielder, number 14, Enrique Martinez.
And that was Javier Ramirez on the flyout. For out number 1. And coming up next is going to be Enrique Martinez. Martinez going to foul this one off. we're going to have free base here for Martinez. So that's going to put a runner on.
Second baseman number 15, Ricardo Colon.
And top of the lineup now, Ricardo Colon. Due up, 0 for 1 with a walk is Colon, and this ball comes in for ball number 1. This pitch comes in low and outside, and that's going to be ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And this pitch coming in low for ball number 3. And this pitch comes in low and outside for ball number 4 and another walk.
Shortstop number 7, Jesed Garza.
And here comes Jesed Garza. With 2 on, 1 out here. And it looks very much like we're going to get a pitching change. And that's going to do it for Ryan Rodriguez. 3.1 innings. 69 pitches, allowing 2 runs on 2 hits. For Rodriguez. So we're going to have a new pitcher coming in. And it's going to be Carter Centerfit on the mound for the Eagles. So while he warms up, let's take a quick break. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
back, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And this game an hour and a half old, and we are here at the top of the 4th with 1 out. And center field's pitch in. 2 balls, no strikes. And this pitch outside. There's a throw. And runner's going to move over now to second and third. So the count's 3-0. And this one high. Delivered in for ball number 4 and another walk.
Designated hitter number 2, Danny Villanueva.
And bases are now loaded, and he coming to the plate is going to be Danny Villanueva. And this pitch in for a strike. And that one's swing and a miss for strike number 2. And this one gets fouled off. Count's going to stay at 0-2. And this ball is going to be hit, and it's going to fall. And it's going to bring in 1 run, 2 runs, and 3 runs. And it's going to be a 3 RBI triple. To tie the game at 5.
Center field number 5, Josh Lynn.
So runner at third now. 1 out. And this pitch is high and way inside for ball number 2. And this pitch low and outside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, no strikes, and the catcher coming out to talk to center field, trying to calm him down. And it's just one of those games where pitchers and the defense just all out of sorts. And this pitch going to come in low and outside for another walk. So runners now at the corner.
Left fielder number 11, Eden Ramos.
And here comes Ramos, representing the 7th batter coming to the plate. in this inning. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And this pitch is going to get that high outside corner for strike 1. One and one the count, and this pitch inside and low for ball number 2. And this pitch gonna fall, and it's gonna fall in that center gap for an RBI single. And United takes the lead. And here comes Garcia. The runner's at second and third now. Or first and second, rather. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this is batter number 8. And this is going to be a hit by pitch, and another batter going to get on base, and the base is now loaded.
Catcher number 4, Matt Rangel.
And here comes Matt Rangel. Rangel 0 for 2. And that pitch comes in for strike number 1. Here's the next pitch on the way, and Rangel gonna pop that one up. And he's going to fly out to center field for the second out. And it's going to be a sac fly RBI. And that's going to score Lynn. And it's a 7-5 game. With 2 outs now.
First baseman number 20, Javier Ramirez.
And here comes Javier Ramirez, who led off this inning. And that's going to be strike number 1. And this pitch high and inside for a ball. And this pitch low and outside. And the count now 2-1. This pitch comes in low, and it's a 3-1 count now with the runners at second and third, or first and second. I throw over to first, nothing there. So the count's 3-1, and here's the pitch from center field. And Ramirez is going to get a piece of that one and foul it off, and we're going to have a full count. And that's going to be another walk. And that's the third free base center field is given away here. One hit by pitch and 2 walks. Actually 4 walks. 3 walks and a hit by pitch since he's come in. And that's going to load the bases. And center field's going to be done here. And so we're going to get a new pitcher in here for Veterans Memorial. And it's going to be Dalen Pena coming in to pitch. So Pena's going to warm up and we'll take a break here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded, top of the 4th inning, 5 runs coming in for Laredo United. And it's just been one of those long games. Some errors, some miscues, and a lot of crazy plays going on. And as we said, reaching about the 2-hour mark here, and we are in the top of the 4th inning. Bases loaded. And this top of the 4th inning has gone on for quite a while. And it's going to be a strikeout there to end the inning. So we are through it here, but 5 runs come in.
5 runs on 2 hits, there were no errors, 3 runners left on base.
And 5 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. In the top of the 4th, headed to the bottom now. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Army, but we have many soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
See you later, touchdown!
Center fielder, Carter, center field.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth inning. Leading off is going to be Carter Centerfit. New pitcher in for Laredo United, Miguel Ruiz Rodriguez, who delivers a strike here to lead things off. And Centerfit's going to foul this one off. And the 0-2 count. And Centerfit swings and misses for strike number one.
Right fielder number 11, Nick Reyes.
And here comes Reyes. And Reyes is going to pop this one up in the infield for out number two. And up next is going to be Dalen Pena.
Number 13, Dalen Pena.
So here's a pitch from Ruiz Rodriguez. This one comes in outside low for ball number one. And this pitch comes in low and inside. And swing and a miss, and that's strike number one. 2 balls, 1 strike now. This one comes in low and outside for ball number 3. And this pitch comes in high and inside, and that's going to be a walk. Spena is going to get on base.
Left fielder number 7, Xavier Bettis.
And here comes Xavier Pettis. And swing and a miss there. For strike number 1. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on first. And this pitch comes in outside, and there's the throw over to second. And Benya's going to slide in safely. And it's a 1-2 count here. And this one's going to be fouled off. And the count's going to stay at 1-2. And this one's going to be a fly out. Well, not a fly out. It's going to go past the right fielder, and it's going to be an RBI double. For Xavier Pettis.
Shortstop number 2, Jake Robbie.
So here comes Robbie. So the inning started out promising. The first 2 batters down. Then a walk, down RBI double. And now here comes Robbie with a runner at second now. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. So this one's going to be popped up for the 3rd out of the inning.
For the Eagles in the 4th, they score 1 run
So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And we are finally through 4. We're headed to the 5th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever memories. Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off things here in the bottom of the top of the 5th is going to be Colon, top of the order for Laredo United up. And the 0-2 count here. And this is going to be a base hit up the third base line, so we're going to get a leadoff double here from Colon.
Shortstop number 7, Hesed Garza.
So here comes Hesed Garza. And this pitch gets fouled off. And the count is 0-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one's going to get fouled off with the runner at second. So here's the 2-2 now. And this pitch comes in. And that's going to be a walk.
Designated hitter number 2, Danny Villanueva.
So here comes Villanueva now. Well, that was not a walk, that was a strikeout. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day. So a runner at second. 1 strikeout. 1 out. For Villanueva. And this ball gets away, and there's the throw. And the runner's going to be safe at third. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's this pitch coming in up the middle high for ball number 2. And this pitch comes in for strike number 2. So full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one hit right up the middle, and that's going to be an RBI single. And here comes Lynn. Reached base on balls last time he was up. And Lynn hits it right past the glove of the third baseman, who just kind of backed off it there. Here comes Eden Ramos, but let's look at that. Third baseman just kind of wanted no part of it. It looked like he backed off there, and the ball sails past him. And this one right up the middle, and the throw there, and the double play to end the inning. Six, 4-3.
For United, the score 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors. 1 runner left on base.
So let's look at this here. Just a nice piece of work by the infield.
He has 19 pitches.
And just nicely done there. And there's the toss. And so that's going to be it. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors and 1 left on base for Laredo United in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off here at the bottom of the fifth inning is going to be Tanner Johnson. Johnson reached base on balls last time he came up to the plate, and before that, first on the fielder's choice to bring in a run. And this pitch comes in for ball number 2. So 2-1 the count here for the leadoff man, Johnson. And this pitch comes in high and inside. And this one's going to be fouled off, and we're going to get a full count here. And this is going to be a leadoff single.
Second baseman number 1, Jake Martinez.
And here comes Jake Martinez now. This pitch high and outside for ball number 1. This pitch low and inside for ball number 2. This pitch comes in low and outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. For Jake Martinez. And it looks like we have the catcher off camera just trying to stretch out here. Now it looks like we're all good to go. And this pitch is going to be fouled off by Martinez. And this is going to be another hit, and this is going to go into right center field. So back-to-back singles to lead off this inning, and runners at the corner now.
Designated hitter number 24, Ben Royo.
Here comes Ben Royo. Who's going to put down the bunt for out number 1. And the runner moves over to second, so runners at second and third. So here comes Alejandro Guerrero now.
Correction, now hitting number 8, Miguel Pettis.
So that's not Guerrero at the plate. We had a new batter in for veterans. And it's Miguel Pettis. And this pitch gets away, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. And both sides allowing 7 runs. Neither pitching staff has been able to really get any sort of rhythm, get in. No really short innings. All these innings have really dragged on here. Top of the 5th is one of the shorter innings. 5 batters came up to the plate in the top of the 5th. There's 4 currently here. And this one is going to be popped up foul for strike number 1. The top of the first had 4 batters come up, and I believe that was the shortest, but there's been no fewer than 5 batters faced in these innings. And there's been one with 11. Another with 8. It's just been rough, and there's a strikeout there for out number 2.
Center fielder number 3, Carter Centerfield.
Top of the lineup now, and here's Carter Centerfield. With 2 runners on. And Centerfield's going to pop this one up. And nice catch to end the inning there. And that's going to do it from the 5th inning. We're going to head to the 6th. Let's look at that replay. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Check that replay again as I was in my scorebook, and we'll see that replay once more. As Centerfield just sends it flying out there, and just a nice catch out there to end the inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're headed to the 6th. Back after this.
And see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 6th inning. And
For United, third baseman number 12, Alejandro Castillo.
And leading off is going to be Alejandro Castillo. Here in the top of the 6th. And Castillo with the leadoff single there to get things going.
Catcher number 4, Matt Rangel.
And up to the plate next is going to be Rangel. And Rangel swings, misses for strike number 1. And this pitch low inside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one's going to be hit towards the third baseman. There's a throw. And that's going to be the first out.
First baseman number 20.
So a runner on, 1 out. Here comes Javier Ramirez. And Ramirez with the base hit. And here comes 1 run in. And it's going to be an RBI double. Should bring in a runner. And it's a 9-6 game. That the 9th hit. And a new batter in here. And it's going to be Dominic Cantu. And this pitch comes in down the middle for a strike. And This one going to come in for a ball. So 1-1 the count. And this one right over to the short. There's a throw to third for the out. And top of the lineup, and here comes Colon with a runner at first. And Colon's going to pop this one up, and it's going to be a fly out to center field for the third out.
For United in the sixth, they scored 1 run on 2 hits.
One run, 2 hits, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for Laredo United in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to the bottom. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and coming up to bat, leading off is going to be number 11, Nick Reyes. And there's the bunt laid down, and there's the throw for out number 1. And here comes the pitcher, Dalen Pena, with 1 away here. And we have a bunt put down there, and that's going to be out.
Number 7, Xavier Perez.
And 2 late bunts, 2 outs here. And there's a swing, and I believe that one was ticked, and it's going to be strike number 1. And that's going to be in for strike number 2 on that outside high corner. And that's going to be a base hit. And it's going to be a double from Xavier Perez. So coming up next is going to be Jake Robbie.
Shortstop number 2, Jake Robbie.
And this pitch comes in up the middle for ball number 1. The runner at second now. And this pitch comes in inside for ball number 2. And this one's going to get away. And the runner's going to move over to third. So 2-0, 3-0 the count now. And this pitch comes in. That's going to be called strike. So 3-1 the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. And this one's going to be fouled off, and the count's going to move to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one fouled off once again. And this one going to be put in play. And just not on the same page there in the infield. And a runner's going to come in. As the third baseman and shortstop all crossed up. So an RBI single makes it 7-9. And here comes Johnson. So once again, the first 2 outs come easy, and now back-to-back hits, and a run comes in. And there's only been 2 half innings without runs. The top of the first and the bottom of the 5th. Other than that, there's been runs peppered all over the scoreboard. So there's a runner on first now. And this one popped up and not going to get to it. And it's going to be a 1-2 count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that's the end of the inning.
For the Eagles in the 6th
1 run on 2 hits.
1 run on 2 hits, there were
No errors.
1
1 left on base. For Corpus Christi Veterans in the bottom of the 6th. We are headed to the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now moving to the top of the 7th inning. And it's Laredo United on top, 9-7.
For United. Shortstop number 7, Yacine Garza.
And here's Garza, who's going to lead off with a single.
Designated hitter number 2, Danny Villanueva.
And here comes Danny Villanueva with a runner on. And 2 hours, 40 minutes clocked in since our broadcast went live, ladies and gentlemen. This one was scheduled for a 2:30 first pitch. Started a little later than that. But here we are, top of the 7th. And this one popped off. Gonna go foul. And this pitch gonna get away from the catcher, and it's gonna be a strike. So 1-2, and the runner's gonna move over to second now. This pitch outside gonna even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one gonna get away, and more hiccups here, and it's been the story of this game. Just pass balls, errors, pitchers unable to get into rhythm. It's just been one of those rough, kind of sloppy played games on both sides. So the runner moves over to third, and that's gonna be a walk. And now runners at the corners. Here comes Lynn. 2 on, nobody out here. And the top of the 7th. And this pitch in for strike number 1. And let's throw over to first. And there's a throw over to third. And the runner moves over, so runners now on second and third. And this pitch comes in, another ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2. And this one hit over to third, and it's going to be a base hit. And we're going to have a meeting coming up here in the mound once again, and another pitcher is going to come in for the Eagles as Bettis can't secure these last outs. So we're going to have a new pitcher coming in. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th inning, and another pitcher coming in for Veterans Memorial. This one's going to be Jake Martinez. This is the 5th pitcher in, and that's going to be strike number 1. Against Ramos. This pitch low and outside for ball number 1. And Ramos with the fly out.
Third baseman number 12, Alejandro
For out number
Castillo.
1. So coming up is going to be Castillo. With 1 out, bases loaded. This pitch coming in high. For ball number 1. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Count 3-2. Sorry we lost audio there. So full count now. For Castillo. And swing and a miss, and that's going to be the 2nd out. So up next is Rangel.
Catcher number 4, Matt Rangel.
And this pitch comes in high for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in high and inside. And the count 2-0 now. And that's going to be called strike 1. And this pitch way inside, and that's going to be called strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And that pitch outside for ball number 3. So full count here. Base is loaded. Top of the 7th inning. And another error for Veterans Memorial, and a runner is going to come in. And the runner's now at the corner. And here's the 3-2 pitch. This one comes in high, and it's going to be a walk, and the bases are going to be loaded. And another long inning, 6 batters. This is going to be the 7th coming up. It's going to be Alberto Gonzalez coming to the plate now. And Gonzalez swings, misses. For strike number 1. And Gonzalez is going to pop this one up. And he's going to fly out. For out number 3. And that's the end of that inning.
United in the 7th, they scored 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error, 3 runners left on base.
So 3 runners left stranded for Laredo United. They get 1 runner in, so on 2 hits, and there was an error. And it's a 3-run game headed to the bottom of the 7th. We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Home stretch. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Army. But we have many soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Leading off for the Eagles, pitcher number 1, Enrique Martinez.
New pitcher in here, Jesse Garza. And Jake Martinez leading off here for Veterans Memorial. And it's going to be strike 1 in here. And this one going to be caught for the first out. Out number 1, 2 away here. And coming up to the plate is going to be the DH Royo.
Designated hitter number 24, Ben Royo.
And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And it's in for strike number 2. And that one low. They want to check the swing there. And it's going to be ball number 1. And that's going to be called strike 3 on that outside corner. So 2 down.
Batting for the Eagles, number 14, Aiden Scott.
And here comes Aiden Scott. And that pitch comes in for ball number 1. And that's going to be called strike. Two and 1 the count now. So the count moves to 3 and 1, 3 balls, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in, going to be called strike number 2. Actually, they're going to call it a walk there. So a runner's going to get on.
Center fielder number 3, Carter Centerfield.
Right at the top of the lineup, here's Centerfit.
Re-entering the game, number 6, Alejandro Castillo.
And that pitch in for strike number 1. Here's the pitch from Garza. This one low for ball number 1. One and 1 to count. And this ball outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Centerfit's going to lay down a single and 2 runners on now. And here comes Reyes. Reyes is the tying run coming to the plate. And this one going to be fouled off. Strike number 1. We've crossed into the 3-hour mark. 3 hours, 4 minutes old is this broadcast. So one of those grinded out games for both teams. And this pitch in. Inside for ball number 1. And this one over to second, and there's the throw. And the bases are loaded, and this, what a lackluster throw there. That could have ended the game, but instead here comes another runner on. And here comes Peña. He is the go-ahead run. And just a little more effort on that throw might have done it there, but it just looked really slow. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And once again, the first 2 outs come easy, and you have a walk, a base hit, and then that error, and you put 3 runners on. And that ball comes in low for ball number 2. So 2 balls now. Bases loaded. This is the go-ahead run at the plate right here. And here's the pitch, and this one gonna be sent into right field. 1 runner's gonna score. And 2. And it's a 2 RBI single. And it's a 1-run game, tying run at third. And what a turn of events here. They had the easy gimme out there, and the second baseman just, for whatever reason, the throw was just off there, a little high and just off the mark. And here comes Aiden Pettis. This comes in for strike number 1. Runner moves over now. And this one fouled off. And it's an 0-2 count now. And here's Garza. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. And this one comes in outside for ball number 1. And this pitch is going to get fouled off. And this pitch is going to beam the batter and load the bases. And here comes Robbie. And another mound visit. And this game was hanging in the balance. 2 outs. Nobody on, and then a walk, a hit, a first on an error, a 2 RBI single, and now a hit by pitch. 7 batters face in this bottom of the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just been the story all game long. Neither of these teams able to get the outs when they needed them. And here it is, and Laredo United came in with a 3-run lead, and here comes Jake Robbie. 2 runs have already come in, and the pitch count 1-0. And this pitch comes in inside, and it's a 2-0 pitch. And that pitch comes in low for ball number 3. And the new pitcher, Garza, came in here promising, and now he's struggling to find that last out of the game. He had the first 2, and now he is facing his 8th batter. And it's a 3-0 count. And this one's going to come in, strike number 1. He is a ball away from walking in the tying run. And there it is, and the game is tied. And bring up the 9th batter. And it would end up like this, ladies and gentlemen. A 3-run lead gone. There was a 3-run lead, 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a walk, a base hit, a first on an error on that throw that could have ended the game. And then we have a 2 RBI single to bring in 2 runners. Then we have a hit by pitch. Now we have a walk, and we are tied at 10. And this game, 3 hours long. And Laredo United looking for answers. And no team has really had answers today, ladies and gentlemen. The pitching, several pitching changes that both teams have struggled. And the Eagles, 6 errors on the Eagles. Both teams have given up 10 runs on 11 hits, but 6 errors on the Eagles. Only 1 on the Longhorns. And here's Tanner Johnson. And it's going to be a walk-off single, and Johnson brings in the winning run. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial wins 11-10 off a walk-off RBI single from Tanner Johnson. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Veterans Memorial defeats Laredo United 11-10. Thank you